All right, and these are Christmas presents, correct?
You're giving Christmas presents to each of these programs.
Okay. And for those of you who have not seen it, Ole Miss. Ole Miss, here's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a box of whatever it is you're missing. I don't know what it is. They went all in the portal. They're going all in again. I think Mikey Keene, a quarterback I really do like, is going to go visit there. I think he's going to be kind of their stopgap guy, although I thought they had a guy on the roster that they liked, but maybe they feel he's not ready. But whatever it is you're missing, Lane, that keeps you out of the SEC race and so far now out of the playoff race, a box of whatever it is you're missing.
I'm going to give him a muzzle. Lane, yeah. I love you, brother, but maybe just take a break.
Yeah.
Send these jokes to a group chat.
Yeah.
Send your Reddit post about the polls to a group chat, not to Twitter every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Just let your guys do your thing. Let it play out a little bit. Be a little quieter, buddy.
Okay, here we go. Texas A&M. I'm going to send you. I'm trying to think of how to put this in a not crass way.
It's always a good start to a take.
I'm going to send you some truck nuts. This is the best way I can do it because it's really the only way that you might be able to fool yourself into not chasing all these other programs. Just be yourself, A&M. You started down the way, but listen, truck nuts are a dumb thing. They're not real nuts. Your truck doesn't really have balls. Also,
thank you for explaining that to me. I was always confused.
Also, just for the creator of truck nuts, or if you like them, if those are the nuts and the truck is the other part, then it's really disproportionate. Just saying.
Fair point.
You would go to the doctor and he'd be like, you got something wrong. we need to take you to a specialist right away. But just something that can give you that sense of confidence that you need to get over your little brother syndrome.
Are you saying they need to embrace their cringe?
I think they need to embrace everything that they are. Okay. I think they need to stop trying to be somebody else.
Okay.
The thing that Texas has always been able to do, and I'm not saying I'm not giving – look, I gave Dabo Swinney a compliment. I don't need to give Texas a compliment today, although I think I will be pulling for Texas this weekend for the first time and probably the last time in my life. But I just don't want him to have things. That's why. But Texas has always been able to be exactly who they are. They're not trying to be anybody else. They're Texas, and that's it.
They take it head on.
Yeah. And the programs here are the most consistently good, which Texas in football has not been. But they are now, and probably because they have embraced, again, all right, let's be who we are in a realistic manner. Sometimes you can, be who you are and be too much of who you are. They pulled back at least Steve Sarkisian pulled back the entitlement a little while. 2005 was the best and worst thing that ever happened to Texas because they won a modern championship, but then they thought, well, now we just get to win them all. And, you forgot how hard it was to get back and win that one. It took a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback for you to do that.
Yeah.
And they had some really good quarterbacks between national titles in that time, but not one that was as good as Vince Young to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. So A&M, for them, I'm just giving them just something to,
get over the hump.
To get over the hump. To sometimes you got to trick yourself. And look, if you're a person with truck nuts, you're really tricking yourself a lot of the time.
Just be yourself. The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't really follow that up. That was not the direction I thought you'd go at all. But I would say A&M's kind of already doing this. They need playmakers. They're chasing them. They're trying to get them in the portal.
Yeah.
And, defensively, they're pretty solid. You just have to have somebody who can take the top off the defense.
Look, Mario Craver and Micah Hudson, if they both work out, that's going to be
good.
It's going to be really good for them. So, all right. Colorado. They already got Caden Salter, by the way. So they got their quarterback, their bridge quarterback. You know what I'm going to give them? A running game. They need a running game.
That's good, yeah.
For Caden Salter, look, Caden Salter's good. Juju Lewis might be unbelievable. We don't know yet. We only know he's a really good high school player. There's no way that they can sustain the kind of success they have without running the ball. Shadur Sanders is going to be the first pick in the draft over his Heisman Trophy winning teammate because he's a quarterback and he's the best one in the country. You cannot rely on that forever. So I'm going to give them a running game because they need it very badly.
I'm going to give Dion a pen and a paper because he's going to be without Shadur for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
I know we got phones and everything else, but I just think writing each other on a regular basis will be good for Dion.
Yeah.
For Shadur, for Travis Hunter. I mean, this is a new world he's stepping into, Paul.
Yeah.
He's still got some talent, but not the all-world talent that he had the last few seasons.
Also, I was a very emotional thing, Travis Hunter talking to his dad.
Yeah.
His dad's reasoning for not going, I don't quite understand, but to each their own. Like, he can't win the Heisman Trophy again. Technically he could come back and do it again, but he's not going to win it again because he's going to be
in the NFL.
The second or third pick in the draft next year. So you can't win that, I don't know. Feel like you missed your shot at going to that thing. I'm sure the steak is wonderful at that dinner as well. LSU. I'm going to give you new general manager Garrett Ross.
Let's go.
That's what I'm going to do. Garrett Ross is in charge of your program. He can bring Scarborough on if he wants.
Scarborough will come.
And he will help you fix what's going on. He has a very realistic look at the program. And look, I maybe make him in charge of the entire program to where he can decide if Brian Kelly gets to stay or not. You can be the guy who's there for a year, and then Steve Woodward comes to you and goes, all right, do we keep him? And you probably say, no, I know you. But you at least are going to give him a fair shot to learn some new things.
I would say that's fair. I would give him an opportunity. I'm not necessarily guaranteeing he's going to stick around. But, I might keep him around, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give him a communication director with the caveat of don't let Brian Kelly talk to anybody. Just he doesn't get to talk to the media anymore. He doesn't need to really interact with players that much. Just scheme it up, Brian. We'll take care of, the human interaction piece.
What he's really good at is the administrative stuff. Yeah. That's really one of the things that brought him in from Notre Dame is he's really good at that, top-down, getting that organizational flow chart going. Mm-hmm. But he's, as we saw at Notre Dame and now at LSU, he's good, he's not great. He's good, he's not great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean he can never become great? No, I hate to say that about anybody. You can become great. You just have to find that little window that you jump through. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you don't become great because you willfully do not see the window.
Right.
This is also something Jerry Jones can learn. When you willfully ignore the window, then you're going to be like, why am I not great? And you're like, well, there's been windows.
Yeah.
You just willfully ignored them. Baylor. You know what? I'm going to give Baylor a box full of more momentum because they've got a lot of momentum right now, and they need to keep that going. Recruiting's gone well. Transfer portal's gone well. They haven't lost anybody that they'd really want to keep. Dave Aranda has been able to detach himself from that a little bit. I think sometimes you're like, oh, if we just see what we want, if you've got a guy who's not performing for you and is not comfortable, let him go and then go get somebody else. It's a hard way to rethink doing your roster, but I think it's the best way. So that's what I'd give Baylor.
Yeah, I'd stick with that. Just kind of I guess don't change anything. And then they're working on it in the portal, but just some more juice on defense, some more playmakers. I feel like Dave took that unit over. He's trying to get them back to a place that was similar to what he did at LSU. It's just going to take some time. They figured the offensive part out of it, and now you got to get the other unit playing complementary football.
Yeah. I'm not giving Georgia anything.
Yeah, that's fine. You
They
don't have
have
to.
everything they need. I'm not going to give them anything. You know what? I'm going to give them a nice. You know what I'm going to give them?
Speed bumps.
Yeah, speed, but like driver safety. Like
call.
They can have
Defensive
driver
driving,
safety.
yeah.
That's what they're going to get.
Defensive driving class.
They don't need anything else. There's nothing I can give them that's going to help them.
You're not going to give Carson Beck a new arm? A healed arm? Healed rotator cuff?
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Okay? I'm not worried about Kirby at all. The only thing that could derail Kirby is honestly Kirby's refusal to deal with the fact that he had character issues in his program. He seems to have grasped it now and is doing something about it. But for 2 full years, he was just like, He was totally John Voiding it in Varsity Blues. My boy's giving you any trouble? No, coach. Yeah, that's how it was. Nothing. I give Florida nothing. I give them nothing but spite. I don't know. I don't want to be this guy. It's the Christmas season. You're supposed to.
No, you don't have to give them anything, Paul. I'll back you up on that.
I don't want to give them
There's
anything.
a team on this list I'm not going to give anything.
This one, SMU?
Yeah, they get a bucket of coal.
Yeah. Nothing. I give them nothing.
I'm going to give them an insider trading investigation into all these boosters. Send them back to the Stone Age.
With Florida, here's what I'm going to do. If I got them in Secret Santa, I would just get them something from their own desk. Like, is this my pencil cup? Yeah. Merry Christmas, asshole.
You repackage that clinic spot.
Yeah, that's what it would be. Right there.
All right, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah. SMU, you're not getting them
I'm
anything.
not giving them a dang thing.
Yeah. They don't need anything fancy from me, but I will give them a good, nice, emotional push to please go beat James Franklin. Beating James Franklin is a great thing. He is in the non-self-aware coaches club, of which I'm going to spin to Ohio State so I can get to that one next. But in the non-self-aware coaches club is James Franklin and Rhett Lashley, very self-aware. Awesome guy. Love Rhett Lashley. I know you don't, but I'll just tell you, love Rhett Lashley.
Nothing against him, just people he associates with.
Yeah. The people that pay him and all that. Yeah, I get it. It's
sold out.
No, I'm not going to. But, so please go win the playoff game. Ohio State. Here's the thing. I'm going to give Ryan Day the most Advil you can give a human being because if and when they lose this game to Tennessee this week,
bad news.
I kind of think they're gonna. I really do. I haven't made my pick yet. And Ohio State's at home, and it's really tough to win there. And it's going to be super cold, and Nico is not a guy who's played in the cold ever in his life, so I think that's going to be a problem. But I don't know, man. It's more of a vibe thing. If you did a vibe check with me on Ryan Day and Ohio State, I kind of feel like there's Ohio State fans that wouldn't so much mind this happening in that, we asked Matt Brown about it on Monday. What happens if he loses? And he said that he's an Ohio State grad. He said, I think there's a really good chance that Ohio State and Ryan Day would come together and decide that he would be much happier being the offensive coordinator of the Colts or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd give him a divorce decree, not for his wife, but just from this situation.
Just this.
Let's get out of this toxic relationship. It's not working for either party.
No. I wonder if he'd be a totally different person somewhere else.
I doubt it. He seems pretty set in his ways.
Yeah, but you ever meet someone who you didn't like them and you didn't really like the person they were with, but because of the social circumstance, you have to hang out with them.
Right.
And then the person that they were with that you didn't like more is gone. They break up with them. And then this guy comes in, you're like, you know what? Randy can party.
Yeah, I could
Like,
see.
this guy's fun.
I could see
Like, I
Ryan
don't know what
Day.
Randy was.
Sure.
Yeah. I wonder if Ryan Day, like, say Ryan Day just winds up one day as the coach of, South Carolina or
Right, yeah.
USC. USC might give it like what a job that's like a good job, but like without the
Ryan Day at Oklahoma State, that would be
Yeah.
like a sitcom character going to Cabo and coming back with braids in the next episode.
Yeah.
Like, he's just super chill.
Yeah.
Just suddenly is like, life, hey, whatever happens, man.
Yeah, man, I'm just out here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Like, heck yeah. It's like Yellowstone without the mountains. Like, let's do this. All right, let's see. One more. Let's see. Who do I have to get to? Do I need to get to my, like.
We got Florida State on there if you want to give them
Florida State's
something.
on there. I think that's the last one with Boise State. It's the only one we haven't done. Florida State and Boise State are the only ones we haven't done. So for Florida, and Alabama. Alabama gets nothing. They've been too much. They're the Georgia boat.
What would you give your alma mater, Paul?
I would give them my expertise and my brain. I could fix this. Garrett, you think I could fix it?
I mean, I'm in your corner, man.
Thank you. Emery, you think I could fix it? Yeah. Andrew? Yeah. There we go. Okay. That's all I need. Is that
it's always good to ask yeah, sure. It's always good to ask your subordinates questions in pressure situations.
Steven is a former subordinate. Would you?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I think you do great, Paul.
Yeah.
I seriously do. Let's do it. Paul Catalina, general manager for FSU football.
Yeah. No, I think I give them my expertise, my support, my platform of 63,000 subscribers. Actually, 75 if you count the 12,000 on the other channel.
Yeah, so, Clint, 12,000 on the other channel, brother.
Yeah. So, I mean, not that was built up by me. It was mostly JD and Josh, but still, it's people.
Still counts.
It's people. Still, yeah, exactly. Still counts. So, I give them my brain and my expertise, something that since the 25 years I've been involved with that program, they have yet to tap into.
You got a 10-second answer on Boise?
For Boise State, I give them a clone of Ashton Genty.
That's a good one.
I give them a clone. We've been working on it in a lab. And here's the thing. When this one runs out of eligibility, we're just going to
do it again?
Yeah, and we're not going to multiplicity this. They're going to be not clones of clones. So you're not going to get the weird one that wears a boot on his head.
Oh, good.
You're going to get, like, a clone of Ashton Genty every time. He's volunteered. He's going to go in, and that's what you're going to have. Now, is it going to be Ashton Genty? No, because that would be easy for people to figure out. He'll have different names, and different numbers.
Sure.
But they'll be like, this guy's just like Ashton Genty. Like, I don't know how they keep finding him. But, yeah, that's what I'll do for them. I will multiplicity. And like, first part of, like, again, not going to make a clone of a clone. Mm-hmm. You're not going to have somebody going, I like pizza. She touched my baby, Steve. You won't have that.
I love
Multiplicity, underrated movie, by the way.
Thanks for getting us in the holiday spirit, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. So, by the way, Friday.